Hey, what's up, everybody? Pat here. Grateful recovering alcoholic and addicts, just like every day, my friends. Happy Sunday, everybody. Hope you all doing well, guys. Please subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment, and share with anybody that might you think might be able to get something out of the video, right? Guys, here we are again, Sunday, God's day. So you know what? Great day today. Weather sucks again, but I made the most of it. I slept in. Went to breakfast and went and got breakfast at my favorite little place where, got to talk to a friend of mine there. I was actually really, really busy, so I didn't get to chat very long, but say hi anyway. And then I got a service call for today with water pouring through the ceiling of a condo over in Charlestown. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I'll take it on, but under the understanding that it's Sunday, I'm going to charge accordingly, right? And that's the difference today, guys. Like, in the past, I wouldn't have done that. I would have went and maybe done the work and then just hope and then said no. I made sure right up front. And again, I talked to the guy who was subcontracting the job for. I didn't poach the customer. I probably could have, but I didn't. I kept in contact with him, and what it ended up being was a water line for a refrigerator 2 condos above. So it was there, the stacked condos. This is a basement level one where the ceiling came down. Water damage all the way up. So I ended up going up the second floor and chasing the water down. There's no utilities in the area. Opened up the wall, found the water trail coming from above. Verified that and went upstairs and mapped it out. And sure enough, I'm like, oh God, it's right where the refrigerator is. I'm like, there's an ice maker on that. Yep. Well, chances are it's probably the ice maker line, or the refrigerator. So let's see. I pulled it away from the wall and. Sure enough, I found an old ice maker line that was just a cheap clear plastic line with a pinhole in it, and it's been pissing for months, and it literally ran all the way down 3 condos, and so I ended up opening holes in walls and ceilings in 3 different units, and spent about 4 hours there. But again, when I cleaned everything up and made it nice, I actually got secured the job to replace the water line for the 3rd floor condo owner for us for tomorrow. And then I let the guy know who I was contracting for. Listen, here's the deal. I spent 4 hours there. Sunday, emergency service. I'm charging you for 8 hours at time and a half. So you charge whatever you're going to charge him, but make sure you understand that I'm not doing this for what you used to pay me. This is what I'm charging you, and no problems, right? But again, today, rather than stressing it, I got right in front of it and said, hey, listen, this is what I did, and I did a quality job. Everybody's happy, and still, at those rates, call any other plumbing company out on a Sunday for emergency service, you'd be talking thousands and thousands of dollars, and I'm talking, $400 or $500, so, you know what I mean? But that's the beauty of it today. Now I'm feeling good. I did a service to somebody today. You stop the water damage from going any further. There was a shut off. I was able to stop the leak for the night. Left everything open to dry. Explained that they're going to have to get some mold remediation company or do it themselves with bleach. But explain to them what they needed to get done. And I feel good. I was of service to everybody, and I treated myself, and that's the difference, guys. I didn't give myself away. I just made myself a beautiful Sunday. Starting my week, I'm already $400 or $500 ahead of the game coming into the week. That feels good, guys. All these blessings that I have in my life today are because I'm acting God-centered, right? I'm no longer self-centered, and that's the thing, guys, right? I mean, when I tell you I was a struggling drug addict for years, guys, I always wanted better, but I could never do better. I never gave myself a fair shot, right? And that's what I'm doing today, guys, and you can too. This is why I explain and I do these videos, guys, literally. It's not any one rule. I always say this is the most important thing, and maybe it's exaggeration, or just or the most important part of the point that I'm making for that day. But literally, it's the culmination of all these things. And that's what I'm really starting to see, guys. It's the fact that I'm literally being the best version of myself. And again, I love saying that because it's my new favorite statement. Because it's literally who I am. And I truly love who I am. And I love the things I stand for. And I love the things I do. And I'm no longer, I no longer back down from anything. You know what I mean? I make sure that I'm treating myself fairly because my time is valuable. My energy is a luxury. I'm one of the nicest, most giving people I've ever met. And most people agree and tell me that all the time. And now I understand that I'm a luxury to people. And if you want me in your life, you want me to. And again, I give myself my time freely to anybody who's trying to help themselves out and that needs a hand. That's another big part of what I love about myself, and that's what I mean by being God-centered. I always wanted to get out of addiction, and the few times that I tried to get sober, guys, it never stuck because I was doing it in myself. and I wasn't healing myself. I wasn't changing anything about me other than trying to shed the drugs. And the whole thing is, the drugs were a symptom of a bigger problem that I had with my head, my heart, my soul, my lack of faith, right? My lack of being a part of this world and understanding that I have my place in it and that I deserve abundance. I deserve prosperity. We all do. And you have to believe that. And you have to bring yourself to a point where you understand that. And the fastest, easiest way to get there, guys, is being God-centered. When you're God-centered, you see things in a different light. You see the suffering around you and you want to change that. God is love. Now, again, Buddha, Allah, God, goddess, universe, spirit, whatever, higher power, whatever it is. I say God because it's my comfort zone. I mean, no disrespect to your values and your belief system, and just flip it where it needs to be flipped, and use your higher power. And because from my aspect of things, I'm not part of an organized religion. I'm a very spiritual, God-loving person, and I believe that God is all loving. And again, I say it all the time, guys. If you are one of these people that is so hardcore that you think the slightest difference in religion is worth killing over, you really might want to rethink that. Like literally, the sooner we all come to this point, the sooner we all get together. And that's the whole point, guys. I'm trying to build a community here, and I'm trying to be part of the community at large. I'm trying to interact with people, engage with people, and leave them in a better spot for having met me, whether it's through physical work or whether just having a conversation and uplifting somebody or helping, a broken down car, or holding the door, or smiling, and if somebody drops something, helping them pick it up. Just trying to be the most outgoing, engaging, honest, real, good, best version of myself without being fake and without being over the top and without doing it looking for the rewards, because that's what I've come to see. My whole life is a reward. I'm starting to build a life and a future that I couldn't have dreamed of, and that's the whole thing, guys. I couldn't dream because back in the day, I wasn't who I am today. I can honestly say that I'm a new person, and I'm a new person because God gave me the courage, the strength, and the tenacity to go after it, the foresight to see what I needed, and the willingness to grab onto all the things that I was so uncomfortable with, and just saying, okay, you know what? Give it a shot. Just take that first step. And things are literally, I mean, I struggle like anybody else, guys. There's all, I get the day-to-day bullshit everybody else does. But I'm getting out of my own way, and I'm having no problem overcoming them. I'm going to share a funny little story with you guys today. You got to be a little more discerning. I embarrassed the shit out of myself today, guys. But you know what? I did it from a good place. When I get to my little breakfast joint today, there was a couple with a dog sitting out on the sidewalk, and it's an area that a lot of panhandlers will hang out. And they were sitting on a cold, wet sidewalk. Like, who does that, right? And the dog, I just felt bad. So as I started to walk in the restaurant, I ordered my food, and it dawned on me. I'm like, you know what? They got the best donuts and stuff here. I went back outside, and I walked over to them. I'm like, hey, guys, can I buy you guys breakfast? I thought they were panhandling. I wasn't about to give them money because, again, I sometimes do, but I try. In an opportunity like this, I would have felt better having bought them breakfast. Well, as it turns out, they were not out there panhandling. They were just waiting for some friends who were going to pick them up and meet them or whatever. And, I kind of embarrassed myself. But I'm like, guys, sorry, no harm intended. I just saw you sitting there. I thought maybe you guys were, might be hungry, and I thought I'd offer you some food. And they were great. They were gracious enough about it. And I was a little embarrassed by it. And I turned around and just walked away. And I'm like, oh, my God. So, guys, be discerning. But you know what? I had a good laugh about it. And my heart was in the right place, and I felt good enough about it, and I just went about my business. Didn't make it a big deal. Matter of fact, I texted my brothers. I'm like, oh my God, you're not gonna believe what I just did, right? I mean, but hey, I've been there, and most people sitting. I mean, one thing to be standing around, but literally, why would you sit on a cold, wet sidewalk unless you are, down and out, and you know what I mean? But anyway, guys, I don't let that bother me. I don't let it deter me. I went on and had a fantastic day. I ended up having a much longer day than I anticipated. But again, I feel good about what I did. And again, I immediately got in front of it. And before any bills were and anything was discussed, I let the guy know who I was subcontracting for, that this is what I require for the day. And if you want me to work for you in the future, especially if you want me to cover your weekend calls, like that needs to be the agreement. Because if I don't, and I let the guy, pay me my my normal, what used to be my hourly wage working for him. Like, you kidding me? He'll be calling me every weekend. I'll be losing all my time because he's charging fucking crazy emergency rates, and I'm I'm giving myself. But again, nobody's gonna stick up for me if I don't. And I didn't mean way. I just said, hey, before you set a bill, listen, this is what I'm charging you. Make sure you charge accordingly. And I let him know what I did and all that. So I mean, he should, if I'm charging him 400 and change, he should be charging the guy, probably 12 to 1400, and he never had to lay a finger in the place, right? And he got a new customer because I got the third floor guy to bring us back and do more work for him. So you know what I mean? Like I feel good about everything, and I feel even better knowing that I got ahead of it. This is the thing, guys. When when you do these things from the beginning, you set yourself up for success, and that's what I'm doing left and right. And I'm doing it, and I'm receiving a lot of it because of the person that I'm being today, the attitude that I have, my willingness to go out of my way to go the extra mile and do the extra work, and trying to look. I'm like literally just trying to be present and observing what is going around me and seeing where I can be of service. When I pulled up to the job in Charlestown, somebody asked me if I was moving. I said, no, I'm sorry, I just parked here. Then I realized they were dragging a wheelchair out of their vehicle. And I noticed somebody else, like I could see the vantage they couldn't, that was actually closer to where they were going to be, was leaving. I'm like, but so I stopped and I pointed them out to him, and then I gave him a hand, getting the wheelchair out, and I helped the lady get out of the truck with it. And I felt good about that, guys. And you could see they honestly appreciated it. And I wasn't doing it for a tip, and I wouldn't have taken anything if they offered it. But just being, getting out of your own way and being of service, guys. I'll give you another something I thought of today, guys. If you're lonely and you have nobody around, look into hobbies, anything hobbies. Go to church, even if it's not even, like, again, I say it all the time, I'm not into organized religion, but I still go to church on Sunday to St. Joseph's down the street here, right? And one thing I notice is if I get up at the end of the Mass and get to the door first, I always stop and hold the door. And today I'm like, you know what, I'm not in that big a hurry. I'm going to sit here and just hold the door for everybody. And it really dawned on me how many people were like shocked and amazed, and when they made it a point, it was really cute. One little kid was like, hey, thank you so much, sir. But people realized that, and I'm like, a couple of people said hi, hey, how you doing? Seeing you're fairly new at the church, and I got to talk to a few people. And I'm like, you know what, I gotta mention, like, guys, these are the ways you if you're lonely, you don't have a lot going on in your life, these are the ways you build friendships and communities, and you get to know people. Like, get out of your own way, be of service. And I was holding the door. It's not any great act of service, but it's something that gets you recognized and gets you interacting with people in a positive way. And there's a million different ways like that. And I do these things in every step of my life today. And that's why I'm being blessed amazingly. The universe and God is just rewarding me in ways that I never saw possible. But I'm doing it because it makes me feel good. And I'm literally just challenging myself to be the most Christ-conscious, best person I can possibly be. And again, I never thought of it. I never thought of it for the long-term effects of it, but now I've been sowing these seeds for months now, and I'm starting to see the changes in my life. Like, I mean, I knew things would start to get better, but they're getting way beyond what I thought, better was going to look like. And again, this is just the beginning. The good weather's not even really here yet, and things are just blossoming in ways I never saw possible. So I'm doubling down every time I get a good result from this. And again, I walk around feeling good about myself. That's the biggest thing, guys. The gift that I've been given in recovery this time is my new mental attitude, this new love of life, this new love of people, this new compassion for people. And it doesn't matter where you are in your walk of life. I want to make everybody's day better, and particularly those that are down and out. I love when I'm able to talk somebody into going to a rehab, or at least planting a seed and get them thinking about it. And you know what? And every step of the way. And people say it all the time, don't give money. Listen, I decide. I use my discernment, and I see when you can feel when it's a good situation. When somebody's just sitting there and they're just trying to, bum up money for a fix, I can pretty much I see that, and I'll offer them food instead. And if they don't take it, then that's fine. But I'm not going to feed their addiction. But nobody should go hungry. Nobody should go cold. Nobody should have to sleep outside. And I've done all of these things, and I have a compassion for those that have to, and I always want to make a difference. And guys, again, I don't know why I bother writing stuff down. I just, but again, I'm coming from the heart and explaining to you guys how I feel. And, hopefully it's received well. Hopefully I'm making a difference, and hopefully, you guys appreciate it. I know I definitely get feedback, so I know there are a lot that do. And regardless, I love all you guys, and all of you can get out of it. The guys, the hardest step, the very hardest step is taking that first step. But when you do, go all in, man. Step in with both feet, right? And again, don't overwhelm yourself. Don't make it more than you can handle. But just do the best you can to the best of your abilities, and stop. The biggest thing is stop, focus, and respond instead of reacting. That's one of my favorite slogans. That was one of my favorite videos I've done, because literally it's making the difference in my world. And I was the most reactive person. I was constantly just reacting to shit that went on because I wouldn't put any effort or any faith or any planning into anything. It was just, running around trying to keep myself high and keep myself from being dope sick. And that's the furthest thing from my life today, and I'm so incredible. And that's the other thing, guys. Grateful. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everything. I think I texted up my brother last night. I don't even know where I came up with it, but it was something like, I texted my brothers. I mean, we were talking about something. And I'm like, you know what it is, guys? No amount of remorse will change the past. No amount of anxiety will change the future, but the smallest bit of gratitude will change the present. Right? And that's literally the slogan that I live by. And it's so incredibly true. It's working so incredibly well for me. Because if nothing else, I mean, never mind the opportunities I'm getting, I'm finally starting to see that I'm actually going to build a business that's actually going to make money and it's going to sustain. I'm getting new customers and new opportunities and offers constantly. And that's great because I was always horrified. I would refuse to think about the future because I didn't see any way, shape, or form that I'd ever have a future. And now, and I'm starting late, and that's okay. I'm not worried about that either, because I know I'll be able to do, when I put my mind to something, my mind is right, I do triple what most people do. So I'll make up for 20 years of bullshit in 5 years, you know what I mean? I can't wait to see where I'm going to be 5 years from now. I know I'm going to be in a good place. I'm not looking to be a billionaire. I just want to be secure. I want to own some things. I want to have some rental income coming. I want to have some investments. And I know I'll have that hands down without a problem, and I'm always going to give back, and I'm hoping to have a large following on social media, whether it makes money or not, but I just want to be able to do this and have more lessons and find more ways, and literally I'm taking courses and stuff all the time so I can have more information to share with people, and again, I'm always hoping to give it away free. I'll always give it away freely. Hopefully I'll get ad sponsors or whatever, but again, that's way down the road, nothing to worry about now. I enjoy what I'm doing. This is a big part of my identity now, and I absolutely love it. And I couldn't do it without you guys being here with me. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Sunday, God's Day, guys. Give reverence. I'm about to cook myself a nice homemade meal. I'm doing my laundry. Going to clean up my apartment a little bit and enjoy the rest of my day. I hope you all do. More than anything, guys, remember, God loves you. I love you. If nobody else has told you that today, now I have, because everybody needs to hear that at least once a day, and you have. Thank you so much for being here with me, guys. I'll see you tomorrow for the next one.